Kuaishou, the longtime challenger in the short video space, just dropped an absolute bombshell with its latest earnings report. Seriously, they didn't just beat expectations, they signaled a massive shift in their ongoing battle with Douyin. And you know what's at the heart of it all? A powerful new weapon: artificial intelligence.
So this whole story, it really kicks off with just one number. But wow, is it a big one? 5.6 billion RMB. That was Kuaishou's adjusted net profit for the second quarter. But a number like that, what does it actually mean?
Well, let me put it this way. It's not just a good number. We're talking about the highest profit the company has ever recorded, period. This single figure completely shattered what the market was expecting and basically sent up a flare that something fundamental has changed inside this company.
So you've got to be asking, how in the world did they pull this off? Well, that massive profit, it wasn't some kind of fluke. It was the cherry on top of a truly record-breaking quarter across the board, where pretty much every important metric hit an all-time high.
And look, this wasn't just one thing going right. It was everything. Total revenue shot up to 35 billion RMB. That's their fastest growth in over a year. Gross merchandise value from e-commerce was a whopping 359 billion, another multi-quarter high. This wasn't just one part of the business firing on all cylinders. The whole engine was just roaring.
But what was the secret sauce here? What was the catalyst that just lit this thing up? It all comes down to two little letters: AI. This quarter was the moment that AI went from being just a buzzword on a slide to a real, tangible, profit-making game changer.
So let's talk about Kling. And no, this isn't some side project stuck in a lab somewhere. This is Kuaishou's very own super powerful text-to-video AI model, and it's built to go head-to-head with the best models from the biggest tech giants in the world. And Kuaishou has already done something with it that very few others have managed.
The crazy part? They've already turned it into a cash machine. We're talking over 250 million RMB in revenue from just one quarter. This thing is not just a cool demo, it's a real, fast-growing business.
And here's what's so important to understand. For years, right, AI has just been this giant money pit for tech companies, a huge R&D expense. Kuaishou just flipped that completely on its head. With Kling, their AI officially went from being a cost center to a profit center with a positive gross margin.
Okay, so Kling making its own money is already super impressive. But the real magic, the thing that makes this a total force multiplier, is how they're using this AI to juice up their main traditional businesses.
You can see here, their revenue mix is looking pretty healthy, led by online marketing and live streaming. But the real story, the thing you got to pay attention to, is that other services slice. That's where e-commerce and AI are living, and it is by far the fastest growing piece of the pie, proving these new projects are becoming totally central to Kuaishou's future.
It's what we call a flywheel effect, and it's all powered by AI. It's actually pretty simple when you break it down. Their AI model 1rec gets smarter about what you'll love to watch. So because the content's better, you stick around longer, you engage more. And guess what? That extra time you spend means more ad revenue and more shopping. It's this beautiful, self-powering loop.
All right, so with all this incredible performance and this brand new AI weapon in their back pocket, you know where this is headed, right? It's time for the big showdown, the David versus Goliath of short video, Kuaishou versus its massive rival, Douyin.
For what feels like forever, Kuaishou has been seen as the underdog, right? The clear number two. So with all this new firepower, the big question is, how do they really stack up against the giant now?
And this is where it gets really interesting. You're seeing two companies on completely opposite paths. Kuaishou's ad revenue growth is actually speeding up, hitting almost 13%. Meanwhile, all the reports suggest Douyin's domestic ad growth is slowing down. These two rivals are definitely heading in different directions.
And when you put them side by side, the trend is just undeniable. Yeah, Douyin is still the bigger player overall, but Kuaishou is winning where it counts right now, on growth. Their e-commerce is growing faster, their ad revenue is growing faster, and this is the big one, on AI commercialization, Kuaishou is out in the open with real numbers, while Douyin is, well, they're not saying much.
Okay, so we've looked at the tech, the numbers, the rivalry. But what does all this actually mean for the company itself? What's the big picture payoff here? It means this: 2 billion Hong Kong dollars. For the very first time in its history, Kuaishou announced a special dividend for its shareholders. Now that's not just a number on a page. That is a massive vote of confidence, a signal that they are financially strong and they know it.
And you better believe Wall Street is paying attention. I love this quote from JP Morgan. They said the market had, and I'm quoting here,
low-key underestimated Kuaishou's ability to actually make money from AI. That just perfectly captures this moment of reevaluation that's happening right now. And it wasn't just talk. After these results came out, you just saw this flood of upgrades from the big banks. JP Morgan, Citi, Bank of America, they all slapped buy ratings on the stock and jacked up their price targets. That's a huge shift in how the market sees this company.
So if you take away one thing, it should be this. Kuaishou isn't just a short video app anymore. They have successfully built 3 really powerful interconnected growth engines. You've got AI making the content better for users, AI making the ads and e-commerce better for business, and now this whole new engine with Kling selling B2B AI services.
And that leaves us with one final massive question. For the first time in a long time, Kuaishou has a real tech advantage that's actually winning them ground. Is this the breakthrough they've been waiting for? Is this AI advantage enough to actually redraw the social media map for good? That is now the billion-dollar question everyone is watching.